It's time for the Cullman Football Review with Hugh Harris and Coach Mark Britton. Brought to you by Southern Accents and Bill Smith GMC.
And welcome into the Cullman Football Review. I'm Hugh Harris, and I'm here with Coach Mark Britton. And it's hard to believe, Coach, we're starting the 2013 season, and it sort of snuck in on us. And one thing I was really impressed with Friday night was the conditioning our kids were in. I was afraid we may be a little bit lax because of the mild August we have. You know, we normally have that intense heat in August when you really get them in shape. But we didn't have that, and then Friday night the weather was just really hot.
Probably one of the hottest nights we've had, and you know, we were concerned about that. You're right. We had a pretty mild start to our practices in August. Some really cool weather with breezes, not so much humidity, and then Friday night there wasn't much of wasn't hardly a stir in the air, and our kids did real well. I thought our conditioning, we did get kids tired, but you know, I thought we leveled off there in the second half and were able to maintain a pretty good status. And fourth quarter, we looked pretty good. A little more leg drive. Thought Garrett Kreider had just over 100 yards rushing, and he had 74 yards, I think, in the second half. So a lot of things came together in late in the ball game, and it was an ugly win, if you want to call it that. I mean, we didn't look very good. We didn't execute very good. The defense is going to hold us in the ball game, and then we're going to find a way to get in the end zone a couple of times in that last 8 minutes of the fourth quarter. Well,
and it was a little bit uncharacteristic for a Cullman Bearcat team, but when you look up and down that roster, all you skilled people, your leaders from the past, they graduated and gone, and you're breaking in a whole new set on defense and offense. And like you said, they finally, what was impressive is they never gave up, and they found a way to win. And if you got that, you got a lot to build on, Coach.
We do. We got great kids that battled, and many of them, just as you said, is their first time to actually have the weight of the game plan on their shoulders. And it took a little while to get adjusted, and it'll be a process through the year, but right now we're pretty excited for the win. It's a tough venue to go to Walker, always a tough venue, and we just came out with a win, and we're excited to be 1-0 at this point.
Okay, well, let's move in and take a look at the first quarter and see how the Bearcats. It's always a pleasure to go over to Walker, and it's a short trip. And like you said, we had a great crowd over there Friday night. Really had a good turnout, which you're always glad to see.
Just a great night, a little bit hot. Had Mason Jones, one of our captains, and Jesse Aldridge and Trey Moon and Gable. Four fine young men right there, just great competitors, both sides of the ball. Mason there's our veteran receiver coming back. Trey Moon's the only guy in the secondary. He's a returning all-state player in the secondary from last year. So Jesse's been a 3-year starter, played a lot as a freshman for us at times. So that's about as much experience as we've got on this team this year. But great leaders, great kids, and fix them get into a tough ball game. The official right here was, I thought, did a great job. Several penalties in the ball game, but you know, they were going to call it close. They told both coaches, and I think they were telling the captains right there. Pretty good kickoff, pretty good coverage, and I think we get a flag right there, a late hit, and I was going to move them out to about the 35. As always, Walker's got great speed. They're working the perimeter. And, you know, they got a beautiful stadium over there. This time of year, the grass is, you know, fresh cut. They've been working on it all summer, and We miss a tackle. Let the young man get behind us, and good job to get him tackled without giving up a touchdown.
So they got a big play right off the bat, and I mean they're moving us out right now, and we're trying to get our feet under us. And
well, we hesitated a little bit when we thought the quarterback was sacked. We hesitated, and you know, you just can't. We're on a learning curve right now, and our guys are working hard, and they've watched this film, and you know, a lot of mistakes, but kids are working hard. They come in and field goal, about 34-yard field goal, and young man knocks it through. Thought they had an excellent kicking game. Did a good job. So right off the bat, we're down 3-0. You know, Walker does exactly what they want to do. They want to get points on that opening drive. Early part of the year, points are hard to come by sometimes just because the timing of your offense. New quarterback in Tyler Glenn completes his first pass of the season. Mason Goodwin with a nice catch, and we've got some blocking out there. Mason gains about 12 yards.
And most of that's scripted, and he did come out and really look impressive there, 3 or 4 plays. And I know that's what y'all wanted from an offensive standpoint to start the game, to get him some confidence and you know, really get him into the flow of the game.
Really do, and we try a bubble screen, gain a couple 3 yards. Walker really reacts well to it. The way they were covering this formation we're in that stack formation, Coach Gleaton just kept coming back to it. We were gaining 7, 8, 9 yards, and I told them if they stay in that formation, you just keep running it. They run the cover 2 with a single corner over there, and we had 2 receivers stacked. The first one blocks him, the second one catch a ball and run. And but you'll see they'll adjust from that. We come back with a screen, just a little bit of timing mix up right there. We had a guy in between us. Tyler does a good job getting it to him, and we get a first down.
That's really a good play call on Coach Clayton. And then here's one of those situations the wheels sort of come off on the end of this drive.
It does. You know, we get a penalty there, which moves it back to 1st and 15. That's a drive killer just about every time at the goal line. Second down, we take a sack. And didn't do a very good job blocking right there. We go for the end zone, we throw it out of bounds. You know, we're right here. This is a little bit far for us to do a field goal right here. We kick it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Had we not taken that sack, we could have attempted a field goal.
Well, he ended up spotting it on the 19th. He stopped originally at the 10-yard line and then walked off another 9 yards.
And then moved it up, I know. But
I'm not saying he was wrong, but
yep.
It looked a little funny, but I think he very well may have been right looking at the film. But,
you know, Walker's got guys in position to catch a ball. They're struggling catching the ball, and Mason does a good job fair catching the ball. We're at the 41-yard line, and we had a block in the back, which moves us back 15 yards to the 26. And these are things that we've just got to eliminate. 41 would have been great field position. But a 15-yard penalty, you know, just not good.
It's just a momentum killer. You know, you've held them down on 3 and out, and then you're able to get a good position, and then it backs up, and it makes it a little harder. And you know, it's a whole lot further to go.
Walker does a good job right there in a short yardage situation, and didn't really want to. We're disgusted right here because they've got a man at the top. Our man at the top was uncovered, and we're trying to get the ball snapped. And again, you know, we didn't see it. We didn't take advantage of it. Not a great kick. Tyler's been really kicking the ball well, but you know, not a great kick on that one.
Yeah, that was really a heartbreaker when I saw that guy out there on that corner with nobody around him, and I don't know, Tyler just couldn't get the snap off.
Well, we couldn't get our linemen set, and there was a number of things. It wasn't just his fault. We were trying to get guys down there. And
I think Tyler was trying to get them set and because he saw it. But
our guys were looking for a play, and but anyway, little quarterback I thought was really, really a good runner. I thought he was fixing to get away from us right there. He gets the ball down about the 10-yard line, and they're in great position.
That quarterback, he always played with his head up and had a good vision of the field, and really did a good job. And then they got a little number 1, which we decided we had middle school kids bigger than he was, but now he would get after it. But we go through the first quarter, and it's 3-0, and you know, we're trying to get our feet on the ground, and Cullman did pretty good, had a pretty good drive, and let it come apart down at the end. But we're going to take a short break and be back with the second quarter and see what Cullman and Walker can get after in the second quarter. We'll be right back.
Time is running out on Truck Month at Bill Smith Buick GMC in Cullman, where you'll find the largest selection of GMC trucks in Alabama at prices lower than we have seen in years. Like this all-new 2012 Crew Cab 4x4 Z71 loaded with leather and turn-by-turn navigation. Only $32,990 with 0% financing for 72 months. And this regular cab GMC Sierra only $16,590 with 0% financing for 72 months. Or lease this 2012 Terrain only $339 a month. It's all going on now at Bill Smith Buick GMC in Cullman.
No appliance lasts forever, so when your water heater or heating system passes on, find a more efficient replacement by visiting EnergyRight.com or calling your local power company.
Wells Turner Family Pharmacy is a proud supporter of local city and county athletics. You can keep your money right here in Cullman because Wells Turner Family Pharmacy is locally owned and operated. At Wells Turner, you won't have to wait long to get your prescriptions filled. But while you're here, you can send a package by UPS, buy a gift in the gift shop, pay your phone bill, or develop your photos using our DKS photo kiosk. Wells Turner Family Pharmacy. We are a Health Mart community pharmacy.
Cullman Football Review, brought to you by Southern Accents and Bill Smith GMC.
And welcome back to the Cullman Football Review. We want to say a special thanks to Bill Smith and also to Southern Accents. They're our primary sponsors this year, and we're glad to have them on, and we hope you'll patronize them and go by and tell them you appreciate them sponsoring us this year. And you know, we tried to figure out how long we'd been doing this, Coach, and that just tells you how long we've been doing it, because we can't remember. We've been doing it a few years. But let's move on into the second quarter, and I wish I could tell you that the heat was getting down a little bit, but it's really not.
Pretty humid night. You know, our guys are getting after it. Young man gets down to about, I think, about the 4-yard line. They line up for a field goal. We're going to put a little bit of pressure on the young man, and he's going to push it and miss it. And that's going to be a key play. You know, we talk to our kids, you never know when a game changer is going to take place. And, you know, hindsight, That was a big play in this game. We're messing around with the exchange, and our kids are frustrated right now, but we've got to work through that. Thought Tyler did a good job, finds Mason Jones with a big first down, and it changes the field position. Got a flag, offsides. Garrett's run the ball strong and fights for a little extra yardage. Hot night, you know, everybody's sweating, football's slippery, and we get the ball knocked out. But, you know, nobody knows better than Garrett. We got to protect the football. And defense makes a big play. Real proud of our defense. They were very aggressive and patient, allowing the offense time to kind of get together. And just real proud of them on that.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of new names on defense, but they really played well. Going back to Garrett, you know, you certainly can't fault him because he gives 120% every play, and he never gives up on a play and fighting for that extra yardage every time. And like you said, the humidity was such, everybody was having a hard time holding on to the football.
Really was. It really was. We saw Tyler Davis knock down a big third down pass, and then fourth down, they punt the ball to us. Again, same play we were starting the first quarter. Stack play right there, and we're moving the ball pretty consistently. Again, we go to the stack.
In that last play, the back stumbled a little bit trying to get going forward.
Did.
We've got a nice gain out of it.
I think we had a face mask penalty right in there. So get the first down, but you know, just not getting a lot of movement on that offensive line. We got to do a better job. And pretty good throw, a little bit low, but big play. Garrett with a nice carry down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And I think we had a holding penalty.
I believe you're right, Coach.
On this particular play, we were across the line of scrimmage when we threw the ball. It's also a loss of down. And so on fourth down, we punt the football.
Good coverage.
Good coverage. Try to get the ball down. You know, obviously we were frustrated the first half. I don't know many halves of football we haven't scored, and I think this group will mature as the season goes along. Just a lot of new faces, and it's not because they're not working, not practicing. They're doing all the things we ask them. We just gotta get a little more consistency.
I know in years past we've had at least one segment of the football team that had good experience, and this year we've got new kids in just about every segment of the game. So it'll take them a little while to get their feet on the ground and really get to playing together.
Lucas Mackman, our middle linebacker, had a tremendous game.
He really did.
You know, I didn't get a chance to look at the stats today about how many tackles he made, but it seemed like he was on about every second or third tackle. We have a big turnover and put them in field position inside the 15-yard line right off the bat. They get an illegal procedure, moves them back. They drive down near the goal line, and you know, we've had our defense on the field just about the entire first half. Again, they fumble the ball on the exchange or on the snap. Takes them out of good field position. Pretty throw, and we felt like the ball came loose and fumbled through the end zone, but they marked him down on about the 1-yard line.
Come up with a big stop.
We do, and you know, guys That's what I thought about our defense. They just kept pounding and kept pounding, but you know, Walker's a great team. You can't give them the ball inside on the 15-yard line, and they kicked the ball through up 10-0, and very similar kick to ours, little sky kick. A lot of folks are doing that. If you can't kick the ball in the end zone, tough to get any kind of a return.
You can see the offense getting a little more together every series. Walker's actually adjusting to some of the stuff we've been doing and making it a little difficult, but we're coming along.
Will Crenshaw, running back, caught that last swing pass, and that time the young man just made a good play at defense. Right. And you know, those type of pitches and catches we usually make, but we don't catch the ball, and forced to once again to look at our little rugby punt. Tyler does a pretty good job. We don't get the bounce we want, and it bounced back about 4 or 5 yards. Their little left-handed quarterback, I thought was really effective, running the ball, passing the ball, and you know, he's just a sophomore, I believe, and he's going to be a handful next few years.
He is. Like I said, he's really got a good football presence and keeps that head up and knows what's going on all over the field. So you're right. He's got a couple of good years ahead of him.
Coach Mansell, the defensive coordinator at Walker, you know, he's a friend of ours. He probably knows our offense just about as well as anybody, and he does a good job scheming us up. And there again's the first game kind of mix-ups and jitters with quarterbacks not handling snaps, and
there again they fumbled the snap, but it popped right back in his hands. But you know, these are things that you just got to play games to really understand the speed of the game and really get to where you need to be and start improving. And coming out with a win gives you a lot to teach them when you get back into the film room.
It really does, and you know, a lot of times the centers not really consistent with their snaps. One's a hard one, one's a easier one, but you know, the half ends 10-0. We're not really panicking at this time. We're talking about some of the adjustments. We thought that our kids, as far as what kind of shape they're in, we felt really good at halftime as far as conditioning. We go in, no doubt our kids are frustrated.
Right.
Defense on the field the whole time. Offense, we're 3 and out, and you know, it's like 1, 2, 3 kick, and it's like an ugly dance. That's what we do the whole time. But you know, we've got great kids. I think they've got a lot of confidence in our coaching staff, and you know, probably our inspiration. We wear that number 4 on our helmet for Andrew Winfrey, and you know, folks that followed Andrew around, you know, I just asked the guys, I said, you know, Andrew is a fighter. He's getting better every day, but he has to work every single day, every day. And we're so blessed to still have that young man with us after the accident. And but Andrew works every single day, and he's got a smile on his face. And I told our kids going out second half, I said, you know what, we don't have any frustration. Yeah. Compared to some around you, you don't have frustration. It's a ball game. I said, let's go out and have fun, do your assignments, and let's play as a team and play together. And I don't know, our kids, they responded pretty well. Still a lot of things we got to work on, but great attitude. Kids coming to practice the last 2 days. We've had 2 good days of practice. So, you know, I feel like being able to get this one in the win column was a tremendous thing for our staff and our kids.
And to find out your kids didn't have any quit in them, that was really impressive.
Exactly.
Well, we're going to take a short break and be back with a halftime and the Cullman Marching Band, and we'll be right back.
From the Heart Monogramming and Gifts has just the gift you need for that special someone. Find a tote bag or build a bow. Peruse our selection of baby items. Or choose a nice piece of jewelry by Chameleon. And while you're here, let us take care of all your monogramming needs. From the Heart Monogramming and Gifts. The best gifts are from the heart.
Time is running out on Truck Month at Bill Smith Buick GMC at Cullman, where you'll find the largest selection of GMC trucks in Alabama at prices lower than we have seen in years. Like this all-new 2012 Crew Cab 4x4 Z71 loaded with leather and turn-by-turn navigation. Only $32,990 with 0% financing for 72 months. And this regular cab GMC Sierra only $16,590 with 0% financing for 72 months. Or lease this 2012 Terrain only $339 a month. It's all going on now at Bill Smith Buick GMC in Cullman.
Cullman Football Review, brought to you by Southern Accents and Bill Smith GMC.
Marching Band. Tonight's fellow, Shannon McNeil on the trumpet. Band booster president Mary Hovey.
McSwain's Pharmacy is still the pharmacy you rely on for quality pharmaceuticals. Mitch and Dorothy take pride in their friendly service. They're located on Main Street behind Woodland Medical Center. They have plenty of room and parking available, and there's a drop-off and pickup window to serve you efficiently and effectively because they care about and appreciate their customers. Available when you need them, McSwain's Pharmacy, the same folks you know and trust.
Time is running out on Truck Month at Bill Smith Buick GMC at Cullman, where you'll find the largest selection of GMC trucks in Alabama at prices lower than we have seen in years. Like this all-new 2012 Crew Cab 4x4 Z71 loaded with leather and turn-by-turn navigation. Only $32,990 with 0% financing for 72 months. And this regular cab GMC Sierra only $16,590 with 0% financing for 72 months. Or lease this 2012 Terrain only $339 a month. It's all going on now at Bill Smith Buick GMC in Cullman.
From the Heart Monogramming and Gifts has just the gift you need for that special someone. Find a tote bag or build a bow. Peruse our selection of baby items. Or choose a nice piece of jewelry by Chameleon. And while you're here, let us take care of all your monogramming needs. From the Heart Monogramming and Gifts. The best gifts are from the heart.
Cullman Football Review, brought to you by Southern Accents and Bill Smith GMC.
And welcome back into the Cullman Football Review. I'm Hugh Harris, and I'm here with Coach Mark Britton. And I know you were glad to have that extra day yesterday to get a little film and extra work in with these kids. And were they any big injuries or just banged up a little bit?
We had a few bangs and bruises. Probably the most significant defensive end. We've got Alex Martin with a shoulder that's banged up pretty good, and Alex day to day, I don't know how we're going to do with that this week. And but overall, I think pretty good shape. Again, conditioning was good. I know a couple of our kids kept cramping through Saturday, which is always a fear, after the game. And I don't know, they couldn't get hydrated. One went to the hospital, got an IV, and felt a lot better. And but they seem to be bouncing back good this week, and we're trying not to put too much pressure on them. But again, conditioning's a big thing, and just I think the heat and the humidity was a tough thing for Friday night.
It really was. Well, we move on into the third quarter, and we appreciate the Cullman band as they do a great job as always, and we'll be anxious to see when they get their whole program put together.
We get the ball the second half. Walker took it, and well, I'm going to tell you, this isn't a good sign right here. Just right off the bat, we let it go through our hands and bounce off our knee pads, and very fortunate to get the ball. So many near misses right here. One of the things that has changed this year is you're allowed to use technology. You can take iPads or whatever videos, and you can use them at halftime. I know probably I've had a lot of folks ask us about that. And, I know rules change in high school. A lot of people worry about breaking rules and this and that, but well within the rules. iPads and any kind of technology that you can have on the sideline, you can utilize that with your players during the game. So it makes a big difference on adjustments, and Alabama High School allows us to do that.
Yeah, one of the assistant coaches had the iPad for every play, and he was able to go in with your coordinators and show it to them, let them break it down immediately, and react to it. So technology's catching up with a high school football game.
Really is, and as coaches, I mean, you've got to stay to give your kids every advantage, you got to stay right on the cutting edge with everything. Well, we had the young man trapped back there, and he fights for first down and kind of changed field position. We had him inside the 20, and I hated to see them get out right there.
Thought we had a good clean tackle, and he slipped through it, and they come back and try our slip screen, and falls incomplete.
Being left-handed, he'll roll to the right and then plant his foot and then throw back across the field, and almost get an interception right there. Now, remember this play right here. They lined up in an offensive play, then they shifted back to a punt situation. We're going to think they're going to do that again well, we're preparing for it, I guess I should say, late in the game. And they run a play, but we'll talk about it in the fourth quarter. But that was a little new wrinkle that Walker put in this year. Haven't seen him do that. And real nice pitch and catch right there. It goes overhead, but defender had a hand of her jersey. And pass interference this year has changed. It's just 15 yards, offense or defensive pass interference. Not automatic first down. Used to be automatic first down. We really don't do a good job getting the ball delivered, and then we don't do a good job. They called it a late hit on that sideline. I thought the officials did a great job. I think Coach Holliday would agree. We both had kind of a sloppy game as far as that was a big hit. Mason Goodwin took a big hit right there. We watched it on video. Great hit by their young man. Today, you know, a lot of officials in college, the targeting a receiver, real close, but you know, I just think it was a real good hit. I know Mason kind of jarred his teeth right there, but you know, it's a tough ball game.
And it's just one of those instantaneous situations. It's really hard to say. He was out trying to really lead with the helmet. It was
bang, bang. And, you know, even in college now they're using the replays. And you know, we just don't have that luxury in high school. And our officials are under a lot of stress, tough calls. Really a good run. We got banged in, and we come up half a yard. Again, I thought the officials, you know, unfortunately for us, we're half a yard shy of the first down, but I thought it was a great spot on their part. Officiating crew was hustling around. We've never had them before. I think they came from Hamilton, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But these gentlemen need to be commended if they watch the show or hear the show. I thought they did I told them at the end of the ball game, I thought they did a great job. Both teams a little sloppy offense, some hits that were questionable and out of bounds, but
there was no question that head official, he had that game under control.
Oh yes, I mean a great crew, some young guys on the perimeter that really hustled. Walker is reading our end several times where they're giving that dive, and then if our end commits to the dive, the quarterback's pulling the ball. And Coach Hopper's mixing it up a little bit. Thought our defensive scheme was really good. Good adjustments. They scored 10 right off the bat, and so far we're gonna be able to hold them out the second half.
You know, the procedure on them on that play, and they're
forced to punt. We're concerned about a fake punt right in this area. You know, it's about midfield at the 40. Boy, really kind of a bonehead play right here on our part. We touch the ball and then we drop it like it's a hot potato.
And there wasn't a fair catch signal.
Oh, no. He just knows he's not supposed to carry the ball, and I guess that's what he decided. He wasn't supposed to carry it, so he just dropped it. But nevertheless,
if he could have caught it and just took off, it would have been fine.
We, you know, nobody feels worse than that young man, and I'll guarantee you, those type of things with him anyway, won't happen again. I think I heard the crowd laughing on that deal. I really did. I wasn't laughing. But,
I knew you were not laughing, Coach. I looked for you. I knew you weren't laughing, but
you know, it's a game, and some things happen, and but anyway, we lose.
Drop it like a hot potato. Coach.
That's exactly right. We lose great field position because had we taken care of that ball, we'd have been up about the 46.
Right.
Well, now time's running out a little bit. And, man, Walker is really coming up. I think Coach Mansell really had his group. I almost hate Mansell and Matt Hopper talk because those guys are sharing too many good ideas, making it tough on these offensive coaches. But got our backs against the wall down here to 20.
And McKinney's trying to get something to get any type of consistency and momentum going. And I mean, Mansell from Walker's dialing up defense after defense.
He really is. Real close coverage right there. Nice catch. But it was third down. Obviously, it's a punting situation. Tyler gets one of his better punts. And but Walker's got great field position about the 41, 2-yard line. Great hustle, but what a elusive back. I think we're going to get him for about a 4-yard loss, and he ends up gaining about 5 yards. Great effort by that young man. I'm really worried about, we're going in the fourth quarter down 10-0, and I'm worried at this point, do we have the ability to drive on this defense? We haven't proven that 3 quarters, and so it really was getting a lot hotter on that sideline.
Well, I knew things were getting a little tight. I could hear it in the press box, but I never give up on Kenny, and
no.
He's going to pull something out of the pocket. So we're going to take a short commercial break and be back with an exciting fourth quarter of Cullman Walker football.
Time is running out on Truck Month at Bill Smith Buick GMC at Cullman, where you'll find the largest selection of GMC trucks in Alabama at prices lower than we have seen in years. Like this all-new 2012 Crew Cab 4x4 Z71 loaded with leather and turn-by-turn navigation. Only $32,990 with 0% financing for 72 months. And this regular cab GMC Sierra only $16,590 with 0% financing for 72 months. Or lease this 2012 Terrain only $339 a month. It's all going on now at Bill Smith Buick GMC in Cullman.
Wells Turner Family Pharmacy is a proud supporter of local city and county athletics. You can keep your money right here in Cullman because Wells Turner Family Pharmacy is locally owned and operated. At Wells Turner, you won't have to wait long to get your prescriptions filled, but while you're here, you can send a package by UPS, buy a gift in the gift shop, pay your phone bill, or develop your photos using our DKS photo kiosk. Wells Turner Family Pharmacy. We are a Health Mart community pharmacy.
Cullman Football Review, brought to you by Southern Accents and Bill Smith GMC.
And welcome back into the Cullman Football Review. And we appreciate our sponsors, and we ask that you tell them that you appreciate them helping us bring you the Cullman Football Review each week. But we're going to jump right into the fourth quarter. It's a sort of long quarter, and we'll try to see if Cullman can get back in this ball game.
You know, our defense has played really well throughout the ball game. Big interception. You know, we talked about Trey Moon. He was All-State last year. Really doesn't surprise us, Trey, coming up with an interception, and we need a shot in the arm right now. And you know, we talk about subbing people in and out, and we played several folks. Austin Neal with a nice catch right there. Tyler with a good ball. I think Tyler had 20-plus completions the other night. Garrett Kreider's running hard. Him and Will Crenshaw are swapping up and doing a great job. Probably one of his longest runs of the night. And I think the face mask was called, yes sir, face mask, which another 10 yards on the end of the run. They jump off sides.
At this point in time, every yard is critical.
It really is.
And Garrett's finally getting some push from his line and running just hard like he does all the time.
We got Will Crenshaw right there. Will's a little bit different runner. He's quick, and he gets lost behind those offensive linemen. Garrett's a powerful runner, strong leg drive, and they make a great combination. We get upended right there. We got to stay with our blocks. I think we had a heat timeout right there, real close anyway, and thought Garrett was going to slip through that block. Gets inside about the 5-yard line. We jump off sides. Great call by Kenny Glayton, and Gable catches the pass. And first touchdown of the year. We're finally on the board, and kids are excited. I think the big thing was kind of the weight of the world lifted off of us a little bit. We missed the extra point, so we're 10-6. But 8.5 minutes left. You know, there's plenty of time to play ball. We're talking to our kids, and they're definitely excited. Now we were going to do a squib kick, and we tell our guys, our kickers, if they can pick somebody out and bounce it off of them, be aware of that. And it's one of those things that rarely happens. But we perfection there. We get a good bounce, and I'm sure we caught the young man off guard. A good momentum change for us because our offense had not been clicking much. And but we're getting some drives together. You know, we were talking about making personnel changes. Nobody thinks about running a couple of backs in there, a couple of receivers in there, but you know, sometimes your quarterback gets tired. And it was such a frustrating game for us. I did not want to change a quarterback because, you know, it might look like you're putting the blame, lack of offensive drive on one young man, and we're not. I mean, obviously 11 men are the offense. And so I thought Tyler did a great job. I did think he got tired a little bit during the ball game. His first night to really have it on his shoulders. He did a great job homecoming last year. And but just the heat, humidity, frustration, a lot of things.
That adrenaline that he's going through.
I thought he made some great passes that we dropped, and then you know, he threw some passes that weren't very good, and we turned the ball over on downs. Walker comes right out, and we almost get a pick. That would have been big for us. You know, I asked Coach Hopper again, hey, just get us the ball back. And
they come up with a big run and first down.
Yeah, they got a good offensive line, and typical Cullman Walker game. Our series for the history of our schools is deadlocked, 38-2 or 39-2. And with this win right here, we're gonna go ahead by 1. But just tremendous series that we've had. Kids are well matched. I mean, they're well coached. This is where a loss of down. Now this is actually going to be 4th down, but I don't know if you can see the box. I think it says it's 3rd down.
Right. It was a big. We made a big
controversy.
play on defense. And he never did flip his box when he went
That's
back.
right. Down the yard marker and the scoreboard both have 3rd down. The thing about that, it's not official. We get them down, and you will see a discussion right here. We're saying, hey, it's 4th down. The white hat's going over and talking. He's got a band on his right hand, left hand. I don't know which hand he's got it, but one finger he's got wrapped around for 1st down. And he had it 4 bands. You'll see Walker is arguing about that. He's pointing towards the box, but the box is just a courtesy for fans and everybody else.
But that's his box, not ours.
And that's right. We're on the road, and but that was a huge turnover. There's about 4 minutes left in the game. Nice catch. We get the ball down to the 42-yard line. I really thought the fourth quarter our kids got in their comfort zone. I knew it took a while. Tyler does a good job. We have a long pass out of bounds right there. And we're just telling our kids, just hang in there. We need to.
Another great play for a 1st down.
Keeps the drive alive.
Yes.
I think that was Mason Jones with that nice catch. We go back to that little hitch route we were running earlier to Mason Goodwin. We're down inside the 25. Tough running, and nice blocking. You know, guys like Ben Johnson, we asked Ben to go both ways. Tough play right there. There's a 1:19, and
This is 4th down play. No, this is 3rd down. Austin.
Short hopped it.
Right.
Short hopped it.
I thought Austin came up with a great catch, but he just a little bit short.
Nice little bubble screen. They do a good job. We get the ball down on the 15-yard line.
Now is this a 4th down play, Coach?
You know, I think it is.
Yeah. And this goes back to the football's a game of inches. And,
when they stretch the chain out, we got a 1st down. Well, there wasn't anybody wanting that more than I was, except maybe Tyler. And Garrett tries to pound it up in there, and I think we lose about a yard or 2. Back to about the 5. Nice throw. We get a flag, so we get half the distance. But again, pass interference isn't an automatic 1st down. That's where it changes the game. See, we would have had a new set of downs. Still 2nd down. Tyler takes off to run and then decides to cut it back. And, you know, there's 18 seconds left, I think the clock will read, at this point in the game.
And that is so big for Tyler, too, as hard as he had played. And I know a lot of it had been frustrating for him, but really important for him to get that last touchdown. You couldn't have scripted it too much better, Coach.
No, we really couldn't. And what a great young man he is. You know, at this point, we kick the ball down, and Walker does a good job. Let it go in the end zone if you can't get a good return. That way it saves time on the clock. We put some pressure on. They try a long pass, incomplete. I think this might be the last play of the game, or maybe there's one more. But anyway, we kind of flush him out, and he throws this out of bounds. And the next one, he's going to dump a short pass off to out into the flats. You'll see the back flare out. He dumps it, and then Connor Moon makes a tackle, and You know, we're very fortunate to escape a hard-fought 13-10 victory, and kids did a great job, great crowd support. Going to be glad to get back home. We've got a tough opponent, region opponent in East Limestone. Coach Pugh and his staff up there do a super job. Last year, they beat us everywhere except the scoreboard. And about like Walker did tonight. They, you know, Walker, they just beat us up. I know they had more yards. I think of our 12, 14 goals that we try to reach in a game, we only reached 2 on this particular night. So we've got a long way to go. For our fans, I hope they're patient with us because we've got a lot of young, new faces and guys that just don't have a lot of game experience. But our coaches are working. I promise you, our kids are working diligently, and you know, a lot of improvement out front. But our kids are hard workers, and it's really a lot of fun working with them.
Well, I know East Limestone will come up here and trying to get that W, which they let slip away last year.
That's right.
Boy, we got some schooling last year up there. First time we've been up there in a long time, and boy, we thought we was getting our head tucked under with us, but came out with a big win and big turnaround up there that night.
It really was, and you know, I think we were making fun a little bit, but Garrett Crider, we did a little swing out to the left side, and this guy hit Garrett probably as hard as he's been hit all year, about the second play of the game. And our kids said, holy cow, these guys came to play football. And it took us till about the fourth quarter to try to get ahead on that bunch. And but Coach Pugh and his staff do a great job. I think they're a much improved team. They got beat in the last second, about like we won in the last seconds. They got beat by a field goal in the last second. So I know they've got a hungry crew. They're going to come to Cullman looking for their first win of the year. And hopefully we'll have a good week of work and be ready to go. Okay.
Well, let's encourage everybody to get out to Oliver Woodard Stadium this Friday night at 7 o'clock and support these young kids as they take a stride and look after that second win. And we'll welcome you back next Tuesday night for the Cullman Football Review. We'll see you next Tuesday night.